Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in Chronicles of Darkness. Vampire Requiem. A Requiem for London. Tonight, we set the scene within Westminster. Natalia has been given a file and a stake and a gun.
And she is overjoyed by this. I mean, this is really cool and not giving her any anxiety or concerns or any of those things at all. Um,
How could one ever feel anxious being in possession of a highly illegal weapon in a largely gun-free
um,
state?
yes. Question:
Mm-hmm.
Can I use obfuscate to hide more than one thing at a time?
Let me just check that power for you. I think you can.
Yeah, because then she's
You have to,
very
you have
least
to
she's
touch
gonna
each
hide.
item, but I know you have to touch each item, but I mean, obviously that's not a problem here. It's just, but I think you could hide more than one at a time. Um, yeah. So yeah. As long as I mean, to be fair, if these items are on your person and you're using Obfuscate 1 to 3, people aren't going to notice them. Because they're part of you effectively. They're part of your attire.
Okay, fair
Um,
enough.
if you want to if you want to separately handle them, however,
Yeah,
um,
I'm just gonna use it on me, so
okay.
nothing separate.
So yeah, people will notice the items when you come out of Obfuscate. If you want to not notice it when
Yeah,
you come out of Obfuscate, you'll need to use Touch of
right.
Shadow on
So,
them. But other than that,
but what does the file say other than that?
okay. Well, been asked to, or the file details a kindred referred to as David Brackett. Um, young gangrel, older than you, an answer in terms of age. One of the personal bodyguards of Esther Grimald, and according to the file, a serial masquerade breacher.
Hmm.
Tends to leave a
Well, if
trail
it's
of
in the
destruction
file,
wherever
then
he goes. He is he's tall, about six. His height and weight are actually detailed on the um, on the file. He's slender. He doesn't weigh that much, but he is very tall. About 6'3". Has very distinctive eyes. And I have a yellow tint to them. seems to, the file depicts it as an aspect of his degenerative process. Uh, Long curly brown hair, bit of a stubble.
Hmm.
Generally runs around unarmed. He appears
Great.
to be employed by Grimald because he does not need physical arms, being a gangrel.
Great. So, Gromald is
One
of
of the
what?
notaries for the Invictus.
Oh, great. What am I supposed? Okay. Um. All right. So I'm essentially being sent to kill, or is there any orders of like stake this person or kill this or whatever?
Neutralize in whatever capacity you see fit. Um, you've also been handed a phone, has a single number on it. You're aware this number basically has sorry, this phone the number on the phone um, gives you a direct line to one of your sire subordinates if you are to call, either in the event of a masquerade breach or when you are in possession of your target. Um, you know that the line is secure. You also know it is good for a single call. And once a single call has been used, the line will no longer be responsive. That is what has been described to you.
Hmm.
As for where to go looking for your target, well, they're often found in a company of Miss Grimold, but they can also be found in several clubs around the city. Mr. Brackett's particular haunt, or favoured haunt, is a nightclub called Club 101. Very 90s rave style club from what you hear, being fairly well connected to the club scene at this point.
Hmm. So, do I would I be able to go and get a bag or something to have my equipment in?
You can have a duffel bag.
Right. Um, what do I know of the security? What it would I'll go have a look at Club 101.
Um, the club is fairly standard in terms of security. There's a bouncer or two. There's a whole bunch of cameras, but other than that, it's a fairly easy ride in. You don't think you'd have to try hard. Just pop your obfuscate and walk on in. You think?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop my obfuscate, but not in that way. I'm gonna use obfuscate 4,
Okay.
and I'm going to assume the visage is gonna cost 2 blood, but I'm gonna take the form of a younger club goer, younger woman.
Okay.
she's just gonna. I'm at the moment not gonna bring the stuff in with me because people are gonna see me, and so she's gonna leave it in her car for the moment. And she's gonna have a look inside.
All right. Do you obfuscate your way in, or do you just wait in line? It won't
Wait
take
in
you
line.
very long. Okay. Oh yeah, no, you get in pretty quickly.
Hmm.
You're you're exactly the sort of face this venue wants in its club and honest dance floor. So you get in pretty quickly. Where do you go in the club? There's a dance floor. There's a whole bunch of booths, sort of balcony area where people can hang out. Where there's a bunch of tables. There's the bar all the way at the back, stretches all the way along the back of the room. Um, Lots of neon and strobe lighting, heavy EDM.
Yeah, this is the. Yeah, this is not a place you would normally be in, but she's gonna have a look around and she's gonna check out the balcony first.
All right. You go to the balcony. You want to make me a wits composure roll as you look over the balcony and associate with various people who, given your looks that have only been improved upon via obfuscate, have people slack-jawed, as it were.
There is two.
Sue, okay, gaze over the you gaze over the the club floor. You don't see David here, at least as he appears on the photo. He may be obfuscated, but the file didn't state that he possessed that ability. He's known to be proficient in the arts of, well, powers traditionally associated with those of the gangrel, but not obfuscate. His job is not to hide. Um, you don't see him in the club. You see a couple, Kindred. You can sense their predatory auras. You could have a word of them if you wanted. But your target doesn't appear to be on the club room floor right now. Could be in a private room. You haven't checked the VIP area yet, which is its own separate room. Could be in there.
Mm, she is gonna have a look at the VIP area because douchebag like this, yeah, he'd probably be hanging around with a couple of willing blood donors.
Okay. You can easily obfuscate into the VIP area. It's not really even a roll, to be honest. again, you see a few mortal faces. You do actually see a kindred feeding off one of those faces, but it is not your target. Um, Let me just get the faces up for you. Mm, there we go. Who's this lady?
A violinist? Hmm.
She does not have a violin with her.
Fair
She
enough.
appears to have two models, a man and a woman, firmly under her sway. Appears to be lounging around with them and feeding off them when it suits her. She doesn't appear to notice you.
And I haven't seen her before, right?
I'm gonna make me a quick wits politics roll.
Yeah, nope.
You don't recall seeing this person before.
Hmm. Fair enough. She will move on.
Okay. The when you saw outside, there's this woman. You do actually recognize this person.
Yes, she offered me help, right?
She's one of the former revenants.
Ah, interesting.
No, she wasn't the one who offered you help, though.
No, that was the keeper, right?
Hmm. Of course, you know who her new sire is. Mr. Joshua Baneforth. Archon Joshua Baneforth. Of course, that would mean she's a member of the Sanctified, and it very much begs the question of why the fuck is she in Invictus territory hunting?
That is a good question.
Hmm.
Is it clear that she's hunting? Because, or do I also see her feeding off someone?
She's definitely trying to pull people in, similar to the woman in the VIP area.
Okay, so it's okay. That's clear. Okay.
She does it with fair ease, and she appears to have. People appear to be. She actually has quite a few admirers around her. She she seems a bit bashful at it, actually. A bit nervous, a little bit scattered, not really sure what to do.
Yeah, this would be noted if if this is a thing that should be like talked with someone about, would that be a case of having like evidence of it, like taking a picture, or
You could note it down for later. Could
she
tell
will
her.
note
Could
it down?
blackmail her. Could pressure her for info. If she's here, maybe she's seen your guy. Maybe the woman in the VIP area.
Hmm.
Maybe the bartender.
Yeah, she's actually gonna like when there's an opportune moment or where it fits, she is gonna just say hi. Um, can you help me?
Um, you just pop up out of office gate.
Well,
Keep
she
in mind,
is looking.
she does have several mortals around her that are paying attention to her as she's talking with them. She does have company with her.
Yeah, I am gonna approach her as a she's. I am gonna do it a bit before, so I will just walk, like come walking in and say hello.
Okay.
And do keep in mind I'm not looking like myself.
Ah, so your predatory aura is hidden.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Um, when you approach her, you feel a fairly strong emotional connection to her. She comes across as very attractive and very agreeable.
Hmm. She's gonna say, "Hi. I was told that David would be here."
Hmm? Oh, so she kind of turns. She wasn't really paying attention to you. David? No, I don't know David here. Sorry.
What was his last name?
David Brackett.
David Brackett. You don't know him? Oh, damn it! I was told that he would be here, but oh, well,
Mm,
okay,
no, I'd maybe ask the bartender. I, so I don't. I can't help. Sorry, I can't help you. She
okay,
kind of turned back to
yeah,
talking with You can make me with sympathy, by the way. But she goes back to talking to everybody else
yeah. You can do a what?
with sympathy.
She's feeding on someone who is high, I'm guessing.
No, she hasn't fed off anyone yet. Not from what
Oh,
you've seen. She's by the bar.
oh, she's by the bar. Okay,
Yeah,
right.
she's not in a VIP area or a private space or anything. She just has like a small like crowd of like half a
Wits
dozen mortals
empathy.
just fawning over her.
Wits empathy. There we go.
She's like, yeah, oh my god, I can't believe I had to wear that outfit. It was so embarrassing. It was so exciting though. Like even I don't know how he did it.
One
Yeah, it was
success.
magical. Once again, I mean, the name seemed to spook her. Um, but you're not entirely sure whether it's because she knows the name. Um, well, actually, no, that's not accurate. She knows the name. It's less that you're not sure whether it's because a random person appears to be asking her, or or if she feels threatened by the name. It's not entirely kind of clear what the
Fair
kind of
enough.
connection is there. Other than that, there is a connection. She definitely recognizes the name.
Mm. Well, she's going to ask the bartender the same thing.
Okay. Okay, bartender. You asked the bartender, and he's very much who's asking type. Um,
Oh, and she's gonna just, um, we went out and he's, I like him a lot, and he said that he would be here. So, Julie, I don't know if you've, has he mentioned me, maybe? Do you know do you know who he is?
oh, uh, nah, sorry, lass. Can't say that I have. I left the place an hour ago, I think.
Ah, shit. Damn it.
Yeah, no, he's a regular here.
Okay. Well, that really sucks. Do you know, like, do you know someone who might know where he's gone or something? I really would like to talk to him again.
Nah, I can't help you there.
Uh, God damn it. Well, thanks anyway.
Um, as you talk to him, both you and the bartender aren't really looking at each other. You're both looking at the woman by the bar.
Hmm.
It's actually a wonder the barman's been able to stay more than 10 feet away from her. Um, you definitely feel drawn to her. Actually, she seems to overhear part of the conversation. Kind of leans over. Um, hey, down a partner for the evening? We're about to hit another club if you wanted to come along.
What kind of club? Where?
Oh, we're just gonna head down to the Nightshade.
Why does that name sound familiar to me?
Oh, it's because it's one of the Elysiums. Well, it's one. It's perhaps well, currently the only permanent Elysium in the city.
Right. I need to know where this sucker went. He might have gone there, but I have no idea of knowing.
Mm,
And if I go to the Nightshade, I'm, my obfuscate would not work there, right?
depends on who's looking at you.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk that. Not currently, not with what's going on. So yeah, he's going to say, "Well, can I get your number? Maybe we can meet up there."
Let's sure you can have my number. Let's all go together. Who knows? Maybe your date will be there.
No, I don't think that's not really kind of his place, but
You
maybe
can
I just
if you want to say no, you'll need to roll me one of your power stats plus your blood potency.
so that when you say power stats, you mean
Strength, intelligence, or presence. Plus your blood potency.
uh, that would be a presence. I have two successes.
Okay. The sort of heady emotional cloud in your head and chest begin to clear a little bit. Um, you feel your beast reasserting a level of control over itself. You can still feel it. She's very she's very difficult to say no to, but you can you, you can stand your ground. You feel a little bit clear-headed now, not quite as drawn in as you were before.
Yeah, she's gonna exchange no, or she's gonna get her number, and she is going to head to the other person, the VIP place.
Okay. She heading there under obfuscate 4 or as herself?
Uh, that's a good question because uh, probably as herself. No, no, no. She's gonna go under the obfuscate force though.
Okay.
But um, she is gonna before she approaches it. She's not gonna barge in on them. She is just gonna say hello. She's gonna call out a couple of times so that the person inside is not gonna get surprised.
There's a bouncer at the VIP area. Um,
Okay.
he doesn't really seem inclined to let you in. He's not pushy about it. He's actually quite polite about it, but he is firm.
Well, then she's gonna ask him about if David's in there because she really needs to talk to him. If he knows, like if he's in tonight or what.
No, David. You're not sure if he actually knows what you're talking about or not.
There'll be a little bit of a damn it or something. Um. mm,
But you did say
well,
hello to the door, right? You're sort of like going, hello.
yeah.
Okay. And the door does actually open in response. You have to shout quite loudly after all, it's a nightclub. There's a lot of music blaring. But the woman, um, she is dressed as she is, uh, sort of loosely buttoned white shirt with sort of a layered skirt and tights. Um, opens the door and she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're looking for someone. Did I steal your friends away from you? I'm so sorry."
Oh, maybe. Do you know a guy named David Brackett? He said he would be here tonight. We. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but we kind of I would like to see him again.
A David. I might know. Perhaps we should. Come on, come inside. Let's talk
Oh,
about it some more.
yeah, thanks, but I kind of really kind of need to see him. Um, do can I do something like?
Can you roll me your one of your power stats plus blood potency again?
God damn it! One success.
Okay. Yeah, the same sort of emotional headiness clears a little bit. Um, it's a bit more powerful this time, though. It's difficult for you to keep your head straight here. Oh, you there?
Oh yeah, she'll just kind of shake her head a little bit, and she'll just say, "Look, I really appreciate it, and I like the party as much as the next girl, but I I kind of really need to speak with him about something. So it's not an emergency, but it's kind of it's really important, and I would really appreciate if you could help me. Like if I could, like I mean, I would really appreciate it."
Hmm. Sure, come on in. Let's talk about it. I think I might know where he's gone. He's a regular, if
Um,
I recall.
what? Sorry,
Well, you may I have your name? What's
Julie.
Julie? It's a pleasure to meet you, Julie. I'm Melina.
Okay. It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Hmm? Oh, yes. Sorry, the music. She kind of opens the door and takes a step back inside.
Hmm.
Kind of opens it for you.
Yeah, and Natalia's probably like she wants to feed off her. That's a problem because so she knows that if she goes in, probably the situation is going to escalate, and it's probably not going to be a very good idea. So she is probably not going to take her up on the invitation because if she gets in there, things will most likely going to go pear shaped. So she's going to look and she's going to say, I appreciate the offer, but like I've already had enough to drink, and I'm I really am trying to lay off the well, party supply. But thanks for the invitation. I I really have to go.
Roll me your resolve plus your blood potency.
Resolve plus blood potency. Zero successes.
Okay. Um, when you tell her that, she her gaze lowers a little bit. She gives you a sly smile, and you begin to think: do you really want to leave? Do you really want to go anywhere? She seems friendly enough. She seems really friendly, in fact. She's been nothing but nice to me. I should stay.
Hmm. All right. She'll
She's
go
so
with Plan B.
inviting.
She'll go with Plan B.
You gain the charmed condition.
Of course I do. Yeah, then she's gonna follow her in.
She closes the door behind you, hops onto one of the many sofas next to her two other company who are sort of just resting by and having a drink very lazily. They look a little bit tired, drowsy. And she pats the seat next to her, for you to sit.
She sits down, but she will just look at the two others. So I'm gonna do something potentially stupid now. And she just looks at him. So is this a place where you guys do your thing?
Oh, you're one of his.
Uh, yeah, yeah. That's why I really need to talk to him. But I mean, I don't know why, but he's not returning to my phone calls. He's not. I I really need to talk to him, and I I've been looking over for him, and I really need to find him.
She actually looks a little bit concerned for you.
I don't know too much about. I know that you do things, and I'm totally cool with it. But it's just he told me that I was his, and I am, and I'm happy about that. But that's why I was a little um, hesitant.
It's understandable. A lot of us tend to have, well, little incidents. It happens from time to time. Are you okay? How
I'm
long have you how long have you been with him?
not long.
This must be a pretty rough experience for you then.
Yeah, it's a lot to it's a lot to get used to. But it's fine. He's there for me. I just I just really would like to I would really like to talk to him. But you said you know where he was, right?
Hmm. I'm concerned that he's telling you not to, or he's not telling you anything about where he is. That's very irresponsible of him. Quite dangerous, actually.
Well, he told me I could find him here, but I talked to someone who said that you just missed him, like that he's gone, but I don't know where he's gone to,
Hmm.
which is really annoying because I was really hoping he would be here. And apparently he's a regular, so apparently I could have met him here, but I was apparently too late, which is I should have been here fucking earlier.
Well, that's okay. I can help you out with that.
You will?
Of course. First, let me give you that special little fun you've been looking for. Um, she is going to bite you, Natalia.
Can I stop her?
You're currently charmed, so you don't really want to.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't want her to, but mentally, I also know that this would be a really big problem.
Hmm. Look up the charmed condition for you. Yeah, this would not resolve charm, so this is definitely yeah, charmed. Yeah, does make you want to do this. So yeah, you feel Natalia would feel quite happy sticking her neck out quite literally um, for Alina in this case.
Fine, then she's gonna do it. Um, it's just gonna hope that she doesn't drink and find out that it's kindred vitae, which is gonna find out, which means she's gonna be busted. But oh well.
Um, she bites you and begins to drink from you. And Natalia, you've never realized it felt this good to be fed upon before. Feels almost as good as feeding itself. In fact, in this case, it literally does. Um, Even as the vitae slowly leaves your body, and it's almost as if she is savoring your taste. She slowly sips blood from you, takes in your vitae. It lasts a good minute or so. She takes in the fullness and richness of your blood. When she's done, she hums and sighs a little bit. You gain the. Oh no, you don't gain any conditions actually, because you're a vampire. You don't gain those conditions. Um, yeah, she. Julie, I can see why David was so interested in you. What was he thinking to let you go?
I I don't know, but he did say I taste really good. I thank you.
Can I
That
have
was
your
really
number?
that was really good. Thank you. And she does mean that because that actually felt really, really good.
Mm. Can I have your number, Julie?
Um, sure. She will give a number to a burner phone,
Okay.
but she will get the message from that.
Okay. Um, she trades numbers with you. She has you stay a little while and answer questions about yourself.
Mm.
Just make me a quick manipulation plus subterfuge in order to maintain your story. Um,
Mm.
I would suggest spending a willpower here.
I will. Manipulation and what? Oh, there we go.
Manipulation plus subterfuge.
Yeah, subterfuge. I couldn't find it. And yes, I will spend a willpower. 5 dice because it's only one for willpower, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get a success.
Oh no, it's plus 3 dice for willpower.
Let me roll 2 more. Still one.
Okay, she seems to buy in your story. What kind of story do you spin for her?
That she is someone who has dream of being like she's a student and it's communication of some kind, like media and communication of something. It, she gives the story of like a bit of an airhead, kind of a little, but it's just been taken in by this person because of obvious reasons.
Okay. Actually, get +1 dice, but in this situation, doesn't really matter too much. So, um, okay. She she fawns over you quite affectionately. She takes in your every word, and of course, you take in her every word. She She talks about her career as a violinist. Um, she remembers the time she was in school. She appeared to have a bit of a rough home life, from how she puts it. Um, Managed to make it into the liberal arts with some hidden assistance from her to-be sire, who appeared to be watching her for some time, from how she puts it. But she appears to be quite interested in your life, um, your fake life, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's it like studying a sort of degree, modern technology? She feels old-fashioned, despite being fairly young like yourself. And you go on for about a good half an hour. Um, before before you can actually find it in yourself to ask to leave and ask more about David. She tells you that whenever he's not hunting here, he has a bit of a nasty habit of slumming it uh, near the Thames. Bit of an alley cat. She doesn't seem to like it. She doesn't seem to like his method of hunting.
Mm.
She says she was actually the one who introduced him to this place to get him out of the habit. Build a more sustainable and humane hunting style for himself. She doesn't really go into detail. But the picture she builds is a fairly negative one. I wouldn't say grim. She doesn't paint it as bloody or anything, but she does consider it undignified.
Mm.
And she looks at you as if he was making so much progress. But apparently, old habits die hard.
Mm.
Hopefully, you can teach him. You can teach him better. She says.
Oh, she'll try her very best.
And eventually, she'll let you leave. Gives you a kiss on the cheek as you go.
Mm. Yeah. She thanks her, and we'll leave, and she will leave the club, and we'll go to her car, get her stuff, and then she's going to go look for David.
All right. So, you know the general area he's in. You've been directed to that place by Lena. Um, which is actually not too far from where you are. It's like a 5 to 10, about 5 minute drive from from Westminster, just down in Pimlico, Churchill Gardens. Would you like to roll me your wit streetwise real quick? See if you can locate him with more speed. See if you can track him. Otherwise, you're going to be wandering around quite blindly looking for this gentleman. BRB real quick. Apologies for the intermission.
It's fine.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna wander around aimlessly apparently
Okay. All right.
because yeah.
3, 2, and a 1. You can choose to make a dramatic failure if you want.
I've learned my lesson. Don't worry.
But don't you want beats? Don't you want that sweet XP?
Right, and but I don't want to die. You can't spend XP if you're a pile of ash.
Okay. Are you still under obfuscate? And what level of obfuscate? Like what not what level, sorry, what kind of obfuscate? Like invisible,
Invisibility.
invisibility. Okay. Um okay. You're wandering the area, but you don't know these particular streets too well. And you're not really sure where to start investigating. You move, you go across the main roads, you check a couple of side streets. You don't see him. You've managed to track him here, but it's been half an hour. He may have moved on already. You're not sure.
She'll curse a little bit to herself. Um,
Either he's left, or you need to find a way to draw him out, considering you can't find him and you can't go to him. Might be might be wiser to find a way to get him to come to you.
right, and setting aside the fact that if I have absolutely no prayer in hell of taking down some bodyguard, hardcore enforcer type. Um, mm, are there any people here around here?
An odd passerby? The main road's populated enough. There's a fair number
She
of
said
people walking.
he was slumming it. So does it mean that he's or back alley was what he said? So was it
Yeah,
implied that he
you
feeds on
think
homeless people?
you think he's what they refer to as an alley cat, a kindred that um kindred that disguises their feedings as muggings or robberies or stick ups, um, or thuggery. It's a fairly violent method of feeding, not necessarily lethal by any stretch of the imagination,
Yeah,
um,
but
but it's not what it's one of the
I
more
I
violent ways of
I
living.
need. I'm actually going to follow someone who looks like a obvious target for a mugging because I need to get the drop on him. If I do not get the drop on him, I am fucked.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a chance dice for you. So high or low?
I'm gonna go with high. The suspense.
Okay.
Have you messed around with the bot? It's asked me to take a dramatic failure 3 times in a row.
I mean, it's
God
just trying to
damn
give you it's just trying to give you good advice, man. I'd recommend taking it. Uh,
it. God
that's
damn
just
you,
me.
Chris.
You know, like I think the majority of people want that dramatic failure. That's what I think.
Yeah.
It's the will of the people.
Mhm.
Um, but no, you go. You start following people around in obfuscate. Um, and the first couple of times, nothing really happens. You're just following people down the road, and eventually you have to just turn back. And you repeat this process for probably going up to an hour now. Um, and it begins to feel a little tedious. But nothing is. No gangrel is revealing themselves to you. Granted, the people you're following aren't really going in directions or kind of heading down pathways that are particularly suitable for an ambush. You know, they might slink off into a side street for a moment, but it's not for very long, and they're generally within eyeshot of somebody else, which is not ideal for feeding.
No, it isn't.
For you, it wouldn't be so bad because you can just drag people into obfuscate. You can
I know.
remove them from people's perceptions, but you don't think the gangrel has this luxury. And so they would appear to be acting a lot more cautiously.
Mm,
You do notice quite a lot of animals around the area, though. There's a fair number of birds that should be asleep right now, but aren't. Mainly pigeons and a stray dog.
mm. So he has watch people or people keeping an eye on the place. Fair enough.
It sticks out to you because they're not nocturnal creatures.
Yeah, they should be sleeping.
Well, the dog, less so. Stray dogs and cats and rats and like
I mean,
they
yeah,
litter
but
the
the
streets at
birds.
all times of the day. But no, the pigeons stand out as that's a bit odd. Maybe they've been roused, or maybe the presence of the kindred is unnerving them, so they are now awake. It could be you.
Mm. Yeah, Natalia's gonna have just stay around, just see if something happens. Keep an eye on the places that are ideal for feedings.
Roll me a wits investigation. plus your blood potency.
A success.
Hmm. All right. You begin to look around the area more carefully now and begin to focus less on the people. You do a full rundown of this place in Obfuscate. Most of the roads and pathways are clear of any trouble. No sign of any kindred. As you begin to investigate the southernmost part of the area you are directed towards, you begin to smell. It's a very slight smell, but it's the smell of blood.
Well, that's better. Well, a little more promising, but she's gonna somewhat cautiously approach.
You begin to walk down a closed road. And down a small path, which is just a couple of yards in length. It's really where two rows of buildings sort of meet but don't connect. So people can make their way around the back of the rows of the buildings. You can see and smell quite clearly smears of blood across one of the walls. It smears if it's been painted with a hand or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at that. Does this look like someone has been dragged to, like, maybe behind a corner or something?
If there was any mortal used to make this blood, then it is not kindred vitae. They're certainly not here now. There is quite a lot of blood smeared along the walls of this building, though. A normal human might miss it. It's not in a lit area. It would definitely be noticed in the morning, though.
There's nothing else in the alley. It just ends, right? It's not like it leads
Yeah,
on
just a
from
bit
the.
of just a few, rubbish bags. That's about it. And that's around the corner, really. It's not even along this pathway. The pathway itself is completely clear.
So, the dead end.
You can taste the blood. Of course, that would risk your obfuscate.
But what would that do? I mean,
Kindred can discern a lot of information by tasting blood.
but
You could get information about who put it there, what they were feeling at the time, whether it's human or kindred.
fine. I'm gonna risk it and get brutally ambushed in a minute. Sure, I'll taste. I'll see if I can taste it without breaking off your skin.
Okay. Okay. You go to taste it. You know that if you taste the blood, you'll get a lot of information about who put this here, and you may even be able to find out information about where they were going, um, or where they were coming from. Blood holds a lot of secrets. So you make a roll for this. You make a. 1 second. Where is it? It is wits plus composure. You have all specs. You get +2 dice.
Also, that is 7. 4.
4. Ooh. Do you want to spend a willpower and try and get an exceptional success?
You know why not? Why not? I got one. I got 6 successes, so
Exceptional success. Okay, so this is so you extract as much information, as many secrets as you can from the blood on the wall that it is possible to acquire. Yes, you feel that as you taste, you get the sense that this is very much a feeding. A man beginning to enter middle age, in his late 30s, was coming home from work. But he was not fed upon here. No, he was fed about a block down. These smears were left as a warning, a sign that this is somebody's territory. And as perhaps Natalia was expecting, a trap for kindred that would be lured in by the blood. You can sense the fear of the human. You don't think they died. There isn't enough blood here, but they will be sick. You know where they were fed from. You know that the area you're in is a favored hunting spot. You know, or you think, given the nature of this sign, this this warning made in blood that you are probably no more than 50 yards from this man. It is then that you hear that stray dog that you saw earlier barking at you.
And I'm going to activate Obfuscate again, if I can.
Okay.
Since Obfuscate has apparently been broken. Or
It really is. So, for this, so you're trying to react before a movement is made. Actually, no, you can just spend the Vita and Obfuscate. It doesn't require a roll, and it is instant. You don't really, it doesn't take any degree of time. So you can just Obfuscate. If a dog doesn't stop barking, but when you begin to move, it's clear that it doesn't see you. It's no longer looking. It's just barking in the same direction that it was before.
yeah, I'm going to give some distance and just get away, just get out of the alley or the small spot itself, and to see if someone from either side of the road leading past here, if there's anyone coming here.
Um, there's always people walking up and down the roads. Yeah. But you begin to do you begin you I assume you begin to enter a public area.
Yes,
Okay.
but I'm just gonna look at it just not that far off. I'm gonna see if anyone reacts or swings by afterwards after the dog is barking, like reacts to it, or is suddenly it's there, or something like that.
The dogs begin to fly off for roofs and then begin to circle the block. They don't see you. Would you like to roll me a power stat and your blood potency again?
Two.
Okay. You felt a beast begin to lash out against yours. It tried to pierce your obfuscate. But it didn't quite break through. You're still hidden. Your beast manages to slip past the flailing predatory aura that's stretched out towards you. You remain hidden. You begin to see one of the birds transform. A man fitting the description of one that you were looking for begins to gaze down the road looking for you. He looks angry. His predatory aura is unstable, frenzied almost. It is violent and it is angry. You can see the distinctive yellowish eyes. Target's currently on a roof. You think of that stake you have. If you manage to get around him, you stuck it in him. You only need to hit him once. You only need to hit him once. But
What would it require for me to get up there and not break off his gate?
Interacting with something intimately like you did with the blood would risk your obfuscate. Or rather, it gives people the capacity to realize that there is someone obfuscated. For example, using obfuscate free, you can basically interact with most things without revealing yourself. But people will know that something weird is happening. Like if a door flies open, they won't notice you, but they'll notice that the door opens. With Obfuscate 1, it's free, but people get to make a roll to detect you. And if they succeed, then
You
they
spotted.
Yeah, pretty much. Obfuscate 2 isn't relevant here because it just applies Obfuscate 1 but for objects. I think if you were just climbing up a wall, under Obfuscate 3, you wouldn't reveal yourself. Under Obfuscate 1, it's a bit risky. It's conspicuous to be climbing up a wall on private property. Particularly now for somebody looking for you, you definitely think that might give you away. But if you were to be using Obfuscate 3, which I think you did, because you vanished in front of a living creature, that would not risk your Obfuscate.
Then, even though her heart doesn't beat, she is extremely tense. She is going to make her way up.
Roll me your strength plus your athletics.
May I spend the blood that I don't have that much left of, but can I spend blood to get my strength higher?
Keep an eye on how much blood do you have left right now?
I have 6 blood by my count.
Okay, yeah, I know you started off with almost full.
Yeah.
Not full. In which case, yes, you can. You can roll to boost your
Do I roll to
your
boost?
dice pool for an action.
Do I roll to boost it?
No, you just spend the blood point, and then you get 2 additional dice to your roll.
Ah, right. Okay.
Per blood spent. So if you spend 2 blood, for example, you get 4 additional dice instead of 2. I will allow you to spend, because this takes place over the course of multiple turns. I will give you the option to spend multiple blood points if you want.
I will spend 2 blood points.
Okay, that makes you pretty hungry.
Yeah, I'm going to fix that in a moment.
The beast is definitely coming to
I got 1
surface
success.
right now. Okay, then you managed to climb up without too much trouble. With the physical intensity of the beast reinforcing your your bone and muscle and your movements. Um, it is not too difficult for you to climb the side of this building. Um, like a cat, you quite gracefully climb up the side of it using what few footholds there are and the drain pipe running down the side of the building. And when you get up there, he has moved from his position, but not too far. He's walked down the other side of the building, or he's walking down the other side of the building.
Well, she is
Um,
going to get closer to him, and she's going to try and stake him. I'm just going to ask something. What is the role for staking?
yeah, so making a cold shot against somebody's heart is a penalty. But we're getting a surprise attack, and in addition, which gives you basically just a free attack. He does not apply his defense to his act to against you, so you
Mm.
get a roll more or less free of his defense of penalties. You'll have to take a slight penalty from targeting the heart. Yes, the heart is -3 dice, but you're attacking him in the back. Um, he's effectively blinded against you. Loss of defense. Okay. So you get +2 dice for the back attack. So you're only -1 dice to hit him.
And
He has
that's
no defense, and even when combat starts, because you are obfuscated,
and that's Dex weaponry, right?
um, at strength weaponry.
Okay. Strength weaponry.
You can spend blood for physical intensity. I
I
will
will.
just I'll
I
say
cannot
that
spend a willpower on an attack roll, right?
yeah, no, you can.
That will be my last roll, so that's +3 extra, right?
Hmm. So physical intensity plus the willpower is +5 dice. -1, so it's +4 dice.
Right. One, two, three, four.
That's a
Four
lot of
successes.
successes. Um, like the predator that you are, you leap from the shadows and you slam the stake into the back of his chest. Before he even realizes what is happening, his body falls limp, and you have to scramble to keep his body from falling off a roof.
Right. Can I use obfuscate to like I would a victim just pull his body in so that's also hidden?
You. 1 second. I know you can do that with Cloak of Night.
It's just I don't want all the birds and whatever to suddenly just jump me.
okay. Yes, that would have require you to spend a point of vitae.
Right. I will do that.
Okay.
And as soon as he's hidden, Natalia's going to drink from him.
Okay. Roll wits plus larceny plus obfuscate in order to effectively do this. This does actually require a dice roll.
Wits, larceny.
Plus obfuscate.
There. Wits. I got nothing. So it is not activated.
No, you focus the powers of the blood to hide him, but the beast does not respond. It only grows hungry. You have tested its patience this night. I want you to make me a resolve plus composure check. I want to double check to see if you are under the tempted condition. I think you might be.
No, because I've resolved it.
Ah, yes, you're right. You did. You frenzied before.
So I am not tempted. Do I still have to make the roll?
You do have to make the roll, however, and you are hungry, so you suffer a -2 dice penalty.
For composure and resolve?
Resolve plus composure, yes.
So that is 4 dice. I do not succeed.
Then you begin to feast on him as your beast compels you to feed. I'm going to say, as you literally sink your fangs into his chest and begin just tearing open his body to devour as much blood as possible, you can make me another resolve plus composure, this time without penalty, after you have subsumed 3 blood, so once you've reached 6 blood. Um,
6 successes.
Okay. It's an exceptional success. Unfortunately, you're in frenzy. You do not successfully resist frenzy, so you don't get a condition for this. I will have a say. Second, let me see if I can give you a good condition for this. Yes, you gain the ecstatic condition as you have temporarily sated your beast. Remember to put that on your sheet or in your blue book. What it does is that you may feed as though your blood potency were 3 dots lower than your actual rating. You get a +2 dice bonus to avoid frenzy. It is resolved at the next feeding or the next resistance of frenzy. You can, of course, continue feeding from him. However, you also need to make another roll because you are at risk of vitae addiction.
What the fuck? One moment. I just add my condition. One moment. Just before I forget, I just need 1 moment. And there we go. There we go. Sorry. Yes.
Now roll me resolve plus composure -3 dice. If you fail this check, you get the permanent condition addicted.
From one roll.
Oh dear.
I get it. From one time? Really?
Yes. You gain the
Okay.
persistent addicted condition. Anytime you're faced with further opportunities to drink Vita, you must indulge in succeed in a resolve plus composure roll or gain the deprived condition. So add that to your sheet as well.
Why not go for broke?
Vitae tastes good. A little bit too good. You can understand why Elena was so swayed by you, why she wanted to see you again. The blood tastes good. And at some point, you'll want to taste it again. His blood was ever so slightly thicker than yours, but not by
Yeah, that's
much.
why she's not going to stop.
Oh, so just gonna drink all of them now?
Yes.
To what degree?
You know. Well, no,
Okay.
she wouldn't.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna do that, wow.
I mean, I'm seriously considering that. Does she diaperize him? But no, she there is still a part of her that is like, nope, fuck this. Like, she won't do that, but she will drink a lot. But then she's going to try once more. What was it? Obfuscate and larceny,
Yes.
and to hide him. And she has done it.
This time it works. He fades
Yes.
from view, much as you do.
Mm.
And you can.
She's going to find. She's going to drag him off and find a place where she can be picked up. She's going to prepare her phone.
Okay. You can actually quite easily drop him off the building as long as nobody's actively there. The obfuscate probably won't break.
Nah,
You can
she's
do
not
it
going
right
to
after.
risk the stake falling out.
Yeah, fair enough.
Nice try, though. I see you. I see what you tried to do there.
When you make the call,
The
another entity
one-time call,
answers.
yes.
What is the nature of the call? The voice asks on the other side of the phone.
They need to be picked up. I have completed. She's gonna just quickly explain what's gone down.
Location?
She's gonna give the easiest or the most opportune location for this.
We'll be there within 2 minutes. Stand by. And the phone clicks off. And within 90 seconds, a familiar, nondescript black van arrives on the scene. Out of it, pop out two mortals and a familiar looking kindred.
Yeah, fuck. I should have known it was you. I have, and she will just deliver the body.
Yeah, sure, but impressed. Didn't actually expect you to make it out of this one, to be honest.
Thanks
Happy
a
for
lot
you,
for
though.
the fucking confidence.
I mean, we're not really built for it, you know. I mean, if it's any
Yeah, you don't
consolation,
say.
I wouldn't have expected to make myself out, make my way out of it unscathed at least. I'm sure you could have done it. You might have had a couple of scratches
Yeah,
on your
but
face, but
we're all good for it. So, are we leaving?
yeah, yeah. If you wanna hop in, you're free to. We'll drop you off wherever you want to be dropped off.
Sure.
Yeah. Good job, though. I've good to see you doing your part.
Yeah, we'll all live for the service of the fucking. And she mumbles to herself something as she gets into the car.
He was a loose fucking cannon. This one, danger to all of us. The whole city, really. You know, none of us really like taking out our own blood. You know, but these things happen, and some people, well, just lose sight of who they are and start going crazy. You know. Go off a rails. You can roll your wits empathy if you want. -3.
One dice. I got nothing.
Yeah, you can't really read him that well. This guy's always been a little bit wily. Bit of a wily Cody, this guy. All right, well, hop on in. When you look in the van, you actually see several staked kindred. Well, two other staked kindred. This one being yours, being the third.
What did the two others look like?
Similar cases.
Hmm.
You're the only one who went out on patrol tonight.
Hmm. That's uncomfortable. Oh well.
Why? This job ain't easy, but I gotta say, you made it look easy.
Well,
Not a scratch on you.
yeah, beginner's luck, I
Me,
suppose.
me got properly scarred up. Took me a while to get rid of all the cuts and bruises. These motherfuckers are persistent.
Which one of them?
That one. He points to a broad, bold man. He's got the archetypal gangrel claws still raised, but he is staked. Yeah, mine's a bit of a fucking mess, if I'm honest, but I made it work.
Good to hear.
I'm glad you made it out. If I knew you were actually involved, I would have probably given you a hand. Bit offended it didn't tell me, to be honest.
Well, there's a lot of that going around. I mean, I didn't know I was
Yeah,
going to do this until very recently, so hey.
yeah, it's just all a bit impromptu, I think. But we got to be able to police our own. If we can't police our own, then how are we supposed to, justify policing everybody else? You know.
She doesn't really respond to that because she has feelings on the matter, let's say, that probably doesn't toe the party line really well, if at all.
Yeah. I mean, we can't just favor ourselves, you know. If someone's breaking the masquerade and go around slaying mortals because they think it's a fun joke, then that's exactly what. That's. I mean, that's. I mean, that's half the reason why we exist, to keep those people from causing any more damage, doing the world a
Yeah,
fucking service.
yeah,
You know? I mean, pretty, but at the end of the day, we're saving lives from ourselves, but still saving lives. That's something.
yeah, yeah. I suppose. Oh, wait, it's here. Just just drop me off here. It's fine.
A sure thing. Just climb into the front seat and just head out front. Obviously, I don't want to open these doors considering the contents.
Yeah, what do you well, you could might as well have it a white van and just write free candy inside. That would keep people away.
I'm not that fucking conspicuous. It's just a black van, you know. I could be going anywhere. Could be do a fucking plumbing job. I mean, I'm not, but you know what I mean. It's just
You should have some like whack ass graffiti or something on the side, or
yeah.
uh,
A,
like stuffing your plumbing or something like catchy on the side.
besides, a black van blends into the shadows more, you know, into the night. It sounds crazy, but it actually does.
Right, right. Yeah, well, we should get together at some point.
I don't mind having a chat.
They'll probably exchange, or they will exchange phone numbers.
Yeah.
I say, well, I'm going to go home and clear the head.
Yeah, I'd recommend it. Worth doing when
Then
you're knee deep in the shit.
she will say goodbye and she'll get out of the car and watch it drive off.
Mm.
And yeah, she will be a little concerned that it tasted and actually really was really delicious to drink. Hmm. Oh well. But Natalia will retire to her place and try to get some rest.
Mm. I think that is what we'll call our scene. Thank you, Perfect Penguin. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye bye.